Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
I have a dream that one day,
people of the Philippines, I have returned.
You are about to embark upon the great crusade toward which we have striven these many months.
We shall fight on the beaches. We shall never surrender.
Strength and resolve bring peace.
State sovereignty, as I've mentioned, is a big, big issue for me. And understanding the role of federalism that we were intended to have in this country. And I believe that's a broad term to bring it down to conservatism and what that means. But right now we have one city in our entire union essentially running the country, and it was never intended to be that way. You had states that were their own individual laboratories of innovation, ideas, had their own laws for their own people, they governed themselves. And that's the way it was supposed to be. That being the case, Georgia can govern conservatively and not have to worry about the regulations and edicts that are sent down from Washington and the monies that are threatened to either go away or come with different things that we may or may not do. Now, I fully support states like Massachusetts wanting to have health care, state-run health care. They want to have same-sex marriage, whatever, that's fine. I don't care. Massachusetts, go be Massachusetts. Idaho, be Idaho. That's great. But Georgia needs to be Georgia. And then we can truly get back to those conservative principles that, frankly, the vast majority of the state believes, but two, I believe, are in line with good government, good Republican government. I believe state sovereignty is protected first and foremost in the United States Senate. Not to delve too far back into history, but prior to 1913, the United States Senators were elected by the General Assemblies in each state. They had their representative within the federal government sent from the state by the state. That's the interest that the United States Senators were supposed to look after. That provided a key check on the power of the federal government because you had states voting on whether bills would become law based off of whether it was good or not for each individual state. A good example of this would be Obamacare. You had 28 states sue in federal court to overturn that piece of legislation that ultimately became law. Well, if the United States Senators were sent by those same states, then they would have voted against it in the Senate and it never would have passed. I'm a state sovereignty guy. I'm concerned about Georgia before I'm concerned about the other 49 states. I'm thankful for the union, but Georgia is my concern. Georgia is my home. What we need is for individuals to start considering how government policies impact their life, both on a local level, state level, national level. But frankly, when you take local, state, and national, we really need to start at the top. The federal government, we shouldn't see their impact much in our lives. But look what we see. We see their impact arguably the most. The state should be the other governmental authority that we see more often, but again, not near as much as the local government. But that's the people that we see at church. That's the people we see at ball games. That's the people we see at the supermarkets. And I just encourage all Americans and Georgians to really focus on those essential liberties that we as human beings and as Americans have through our Creator before the documents ever even existed, and then apply those to what we do in government.